Like everyone at some point has felt that sense of, that's nice with substances, right? And you already know those connections are kind of wired into our experiences and how we see things. And everyone has crossed paths with substances, and come on, it's given people a bit of a buzz or a relaxing vibe. And in every culture, people see substances as something that can bring relief or a good time. Now, you don't have to stress if you've linked substances with stress relief or good times before. It's not necessary to dwell on those old connections anymore. No need to worry if those links have been a bit too clingy or led to some not so great places. Without even knowing it consciously, you've got this knack for rewiring those connections in a positive way. You've had this all along. To step away from those old habits and make fresh, healthy ties with substances. Don't sweat over those old associations. You don't have to fight against those old associations anymore. Instead, just let it happen naturally. Like a chill flow, without really trying. Positive changes will happen within you, reshaping how you feel about substances. Here's a suggestion. As you chill and get comfy in this hypnotic space, picture yourself feeling this inner calm and strength. See your mental health as your buddy on this journey to feeling good, helping you find balance and boost your vibes. Imagine yourself choosing health and good times, ditching the clingy addiction stuff, and embracing wellness as a tool for feeling awesome and taking care of yourself. Without even trying consciously, you'll naturally start feeling that vibe, like your mind shifting gears towards a positive take on wellness. It's going to happen all on its own, no sweat, until you're totally rocking it. And I'm not sure you're aware how special you are. You've already clocked in all those things that seem good at first, but end up not being so great. You already know about all these things. Extreme diets, promising the world but messing with your body. Yeah, you've seen through that instant success. Sounds thrilling, but often leads to bigger falls. Ignoring mental health. You're aware it's pretending like everything's cool when it's not. Multitasking seems productive, but it's just a brain scramble. Skipping meals, no, not good for the body. And excessive screen time, you felt the drain it causes. Perfectionism, always setting the bar too high. Materialism looked flashy, but it's a never-ending pursuit. Skipping workouts and overworking, both ways to feel totally drained. Self-isolation, cozy until it gets isolating. And sugar, sweet until it messes with your health. Holding grudges, like carrying around extra baggage. Bottling up emotions, a pressure cooker waiting to explode. Instant gratification, fun in the moment but long-term meh. Gossiping, like junk food for the soul. And impulsive buying, a major wallet drainer. Neglecting sleep, it's a biggie. People-pleasing, exhausting. Overcommitting, over-exercising leads to burnout. Over-apologizing, you've seen how it makes you doubt yourself. Negative self-talk, like the inner critic on overdrive. Extreme competitiveness, it's a stress magnet. Overloading schedules, that's a chaos brew. Excessive caffeine, a jolt that messes with your system. Overprotectiveness, it can smother relationships. Hoarding possessions clutters your life. Overindulgence, not a great call. Unhealthy relationships, toxic vibes, you've spotted them. Suppressing creativity snuffs your spark. Neglecting personal growth keeps you stuck. Self-doubt, puts brakes on your dreams and living in the past or the future without enjoying now, you've realised you're missing out on life's best moments. But did you know what? It's cool. You've clocked all these things. You know they've got their sneaky sides. Stay sharp and groove with the chill vibes and ride the cosmic dance, 'cause that's how unique and special you are. Alright, check it out. You've got this power to wave goodbye to that not so cool feeling and to take a trip to the land of being chilled out. So imagine stepping away from that weird feeling and watch how it kind of fades away bit by bit, getting super faint. And when you come back, that feeling might just take a hike or maybe even vanish completely. Picture this, you're holding the remote control of your vibe. Click it and boom, you're stepping away from the icky stuff. It's like turning down the volume on discomfort. It's like you're tuning in to a different channel, one that's all about feeling way better, you know. So take a little break from that not so awesome feeling. Imagine yourself wandering off to this cozy place where everything feels good. You're the manager of this trip, steering away from that uncomfortable zone. And guess what? When you head back, that discomfort just might decide to pack its bags and bail on you. Think of it as a cool journey. You're taking this detour from the not so great feelings, taking a pit stop where everything's more about feeling awesome. And when you cruise back, those yucky vibes might just be history gone like poof. Remember, it's all about you controlling the remote of how you feel. Steer away from that bummer sensation and dive into this whole new vibe where comfort rules again. And when you come back, that discomfort might just decide to ghost you, leaving you feeling way more awesome. Maybe in the past you didn't recognize your positive association to drugs. Thought it was something else, or maybe it was that other stuff. But anyone in your shoes would completely understand. But now today you're wiser, so you can be a little kinder to yourself, can't you? And in a moment I'm going to share with you a story, and at first you might be thinking, why am I sharing with you this story? But your subconscious mind will be listening and do something wonderful for you a little later on. And in the wild space playground of Planet Weird, there's this realm called Ellipsa, where this super cool artist Lazarus does art that's straight out of the cosmic playbook. His paintings, cosmic fireworks, I'm telling you. But hey, Ellipsa's not just sunshine and rainbows. There's this sparkly stuff called Etheron that everyone's buzzing about. They say it's like a one-way ticket to seeing the universe in HD. Joan, this wanderer from the stars, got caught up in Planet Weird promises. It's like a whole galaxy inside my brain, Joan raved, eyes all starry from the stuff. Lazarus, sensing Joan's got a case of the cosmic crazies, went on a mission chasing down the Artisan's Nexus, a sort of mystical hideout that supposedly teaches you how to handle Planet Weird without getting hooked. In this hangout spot called the Sanctum of Planet Weird Liberation, folks struggling with reality huddle together. It's like trying to catch dreams on a roller coaster, one guy mumbled, completely zonked out. But each ride's taking me further from who I am. Lazarus dived into his art, mixing Planet Weird's vibes into his paintings. His art spoke volumes, man. Each stroke was a battle cry against getting trapped. It's a cosmic tango, another dude said, eyeballing Lazarus' art. It's like speaking his language, a fight between mind-blowing revelations and losing yourself in the mix. Planet Weird's crazy world, It's not just a substance, it's a ride to the unknown, someone whispered, craving that high. But in this wild ride lies a maze you can't find your way out of. In the end, Lazarus' legacy was like a bright neon sign in the cosmic night, reminding everyone there's more to this cosmic party. It's a trip back to who you really are. Someone choked up, getting all emotional. A way to take back what Planet Weird tried to swipe. A journey back to freedom. Back in the day, those substances felt like the main event, right? They were the big thrill, the stars of the show. But fast forward to the future and suddenly, they're like these twisted paths leading to chaos, totally messing up the flow of things. But hey, those drugs, they're not the real you anyway. They're like disguises hiding the awesome, true you that's way cooler than the chaos they bring. Alright, let's dive into this and take a deep breath. Imagine you're standing in this huge open field, feeling that old stuff from your past addiction kind of hanging around. Now take a deep breath and imagine this warm, awesome light surrounding you. It's like your superpower filled with strength and bravery you've picked up from kicking those past struggles to the curb. As you stroll through this field, memories of the old drug scene might start popping up. Like clouds drifting across the sky. No biggie, just let them come, check them out and gently send them off. See those memories turning into bits of life and just poofing in the air. With each step you take, feel that old addiction weight melting away. Picture yourself getting rid of that burden it used to put on you. Feel the sense of freedom sweeping over you, clearing out your mind and soul. Now imagine this epic garden up ahead. It's bursting with life and positive vibes about substances. Each flower and tree represents a new healthy take on the whole drug scene. Get closer and you'll feel a shift happening deep within you. Taking drugs to most people is the same as wearing wet socks while getting seasickness and breathing in smog from a sweatshop. And now for you too. Touch those flower petals and bam, you're hit with some serious affirmations. I'm the owner of my choices. I dig the good stuff in healthier habits. I'm totally free from those old addiction chains. Feel these words pumping you up with fresh power and good vibes. As you wander around this garden, notice how each new association towards these old substances brings a sense of peace, joy, and a boatload of good energy. Embrace those feelings, knowing this new way of seeing things is yours to rock. Now take a sec to look back at your journey. See how you've tackled those hurdles, beat the odds, and found this hidden strength inside you. Embrace this moment, knowing you've leveled up and transformed. Take one more deep breath, feeling empowered, ready to own it. Alright, take another nice deep breath. Picture your past drug thing like scenes from a movie playing out in front of you. Now imagine you're the laid-back movie critic, just watching those scenes without getting caught up in the feels. You're keeping it cool, checking it out, without letting it mess with your vibe. Visualize a dial or remote control in your hand. That's your emotions knob. Give it a twist, turning down the intensity on those old emotions tied to the drug stuff. See those feelings fading, getting smaller and more distant. While you're at it, cue up a new soundtrack, a jam that's all about power, strength, and good vibes. Feel that tune pumping you up, getting you all amped up with a sense of control and freedom from those old habits. Next up, imagine this protective bubble around those past memories. It's like a shield, keeping those lingering emotions at bay. Step out from that bubble and feel a weight lifting off your shoulders. As you move away from that bubble, notice the gap is growing between those past emotions and where you are right now. You're making space, letting yourself move ahead without dragging along all that emotional baggage. Now give yourself a high five for your strength and how far you've come. You faced challenges, grown. Now you're seeing those old drugs as a combination of wet socks, getting seasickness, and breathing in smog from a sweatshop. And as you slowly come back to the here and now, carry that feeling of being detached from those old emotional ties. You are in control, feeling fresh and ready to embrace a positive, healthy vibe around you. And as you start coming back to the here and now, picture yourself stepping out of this mental zone, feeling like you've just leveled up big time. You've been on this wild mental adventure, shifting dimensions of how you see stuff, tweaking memories and amplifying new ways to look at substances. It's like you've upgraded your perspective game. But the truth is, you've grown up and you needed to do it now. Throughout this journey, you've not just aged in years, but you've gained this whole new stash of smarts and cool moves. You're armed with fresh tools and a vibe that's all about taking charge. You've got these sneaky suggestions planted in your brain ready to kick in later, effortlessly guiding you to keep up this awesome vibe about a healthier life. Imagine yourself just rolling with this positive outlook in the days ahead, feeling like a true leader. And guess what? You've already imagined your future self kicking it, thriving without being tied down by those old drugs. You've seen how awesome things can be when you're not trapped in that chaos. Now as you roll back into the now, take this new understanding with you. You've got the power to flip the script on how you see substances, the same as wearing wet socks while getting seasickness and breathing in smog from a sweatshop. And you're rocking it, carrying this vibe forward, feeling amped, ready to steer towards a healthier path. As you open your eyes, take that fresh air and let this new mindset sink in. You've made this radical shift within yourself towards a way cooler perspective on substances, which are now the same as wearing wet socks, getting seasickness, and breathing in smog from a sweatshop. And as you come back to the real world, no rush. Take your sweet time getting back into the groove. Feel every new, healthy future breath, waking up bit by bit. Let the good vibes stick around as you ease back into the scene, knowing you've got this fresh take on your life. Stretch out, wriggle your fingers and toes, and open your eyes. Welcome back. You're perfect, just as you are.